Ну що, привіт всім. Прикручу це. Мені не прийшло бан, хоча мені і так може прийти бан, так що, самі розумієте. Ну що, сьогодні з вами будемо вже робити зараз ще 4 хвилини. 3 хвилин. Чекаємо тих, хто зараз прийде. Надіюсь, то буде дуже сумно, якщо я сам буду робити стрім. Без нікого. Ну, в принципі, є і інші, що посідали по інших наших блогерах, як Олбой чи подоб. Будь здорова! Ну що? Шах. Буде нікого, не біда. Якось сам робити, я це все. У нас ще осталось 3 хвилини. Вони там ще лякають. Просто йшло мною. Може забути Discord в мене. Поняв? Чому не прийти зараз Steam? О! Ось ним. Хвилина. Ще 20 хвилин. Та почнемо. Ну, вже пора.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Ну, одна людина хоч дивиться.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game Fest.
Це ж нормально.
We are in person, and today we've got a look at what's next in video games for you. We are live here in Los Angeles at YouTube Theater, and it feels so good to be in person with a live fan audience for the first time ever. Welcome, everybody. When I started Summer Game Fest back in 2020 from a spare bedroom, I never imagined it would grow into this. Today, the video game industry has come together to show you what's next. This is a cross-industry showcase, meaning no matter where you play games, I hope you'll discover a new game to put on your wish list. The landscape of video game events has certainly changed over the past few years, but one thing hasn't. There are a lot of great games in development, and our singular goal today is to get you excited about the future. In just a few minutes, we'll see the first extended gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1.
Перезапуск, повне грошей треба.
It delivers, don't worry. Alan Wake 2, the reveal of Fortnite's next season. And yes, we do have a very special grand finale that you're not going to want to miss. All I'll say right now. But let's get right to the games and gameplay. The first reveal is something you're not expecting, which makes it that much more exciting. Here we go.
О, Принц Персія. Клас. Ubisoft що ж таки щось друге зробили. Yep. Це Принц Персія новий.
And taken to a forbidden land. All hope rests with us, the immortals, to rescue him and save the Empire. But we weren't prepared for what was coming next. Then again, they weren't prepared for me.
Whether they're ready or not, better get better with time. I can't see an enemy ending the plot. My struggle came with a purpose. Now I'm about to turn it down to a burden. See, I ain't begging, I'm an undeserving. I put in on every battle. I thought I had a place to play. Don't take a chance, really take a fight. Been through the dark times, so I came with the dark side. Better show you the light. See how I rose up, all the world we are grown up. Now we're giving them hope. Keep them all warriors, victorious. Put it home on them enemies, get close. So I see the danger coming.
In these times of darkness, hope is the only thing that keeps us fighting. I will fulfill my destiny and save the kingdom.
Принц Персія, загублена корона. Оце вже хоч щось юбіки вже почали робити, окрім стандартної речі. Хоч щось. Це вже мене радує.
There's a little surprise. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is coming in January 2024. A brand new action-adventure platformer in the iconic series with deep combat, some huge boss fights, and of course, incredible platforming, puzzles, and animation, bringing a modern take on the legendary franchise. You'll be able to see more at Ubisoft Forward, streaming on Monday as part of Summer Game Fest. All right, let's move along to another iconic video game franchise that just celebrated 30 years. That's right. It's time for Mortal Kombat 1.
Давайте Mortal Kombat. Ми не знаємо далі, що робити з ігрою, давай перезапуск робити повністю.
It has been 4 years since MK11, and ever since, Ed Boon and the team at NetherRealm have been hard at work on the most ambitious MK yet that reboots the series into a new era timeline. And it's coming this September. Everyone has been asking, what does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the new cameo fighters work? Well, now it is time for combat. No spoilers, but this video is literally insane. Here is an extended first look at the story, gameplay, and yes, of course, the fatalities of Mortal Kombat 1. Let's do it!
Fatalities.
I have had enough of you.
Then go before I put you down.
Fight!
Today, you have proven worthy of joining us. Come, there are
Просто
other
двоє разом.
champions I must
Да.
gather.
What do you want?
Sento. It's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
Як ти ще людина жива, я дивуюся.
Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
От вогня проти того, хто теж за вогня.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
Ти, Райден уже не бог.
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
Больно мало бути.
Finish him.
Марія, привіт. Привіт, Марійко. Як се маєш?
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys? Now, I'm sure you have many questions about what we just saw, and to tell you more, I am so honored to welcome to
Ну, не
Summer
знаю.
Game Fest one of
Я
our
не великий
industry's
фанат, але
greatest creators,
мені
a
роблять
man
як
who
от,
has been
лише
loyal
аби
to the
херово не
same
було.
franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon!
Психопат лицьовий. Десь такого вигадує у них фаталітіс. Якраз
Congratulations. They love you. All right. Well, Ed, first of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere. We got to see all of the gameplay of MK1, and everyone just wants to know more about this because, first of all, this is it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1. So tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into a fire god, right? And he created a brand new universe. And this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these characters you've seen before, but they're told in a completely different story. And so Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers now, and there's all these things that were rivalries
пісня
before,
«Вогня і
now
пламені».
allies.
Да, і
and
пламені.
so mixing the whole thing up, so we're just kind of rebooting, and that's what the one is for.
Well, it looks incredible.
Добре, що лише Нік Кейджа лишили таким засранцем.
In-game gameplay, the cinematics look incredible. I know the team has been working for 4 years on this, but the thing we got to talk about are these cameos, because we saw some pretty amazing stuff there. Now, so tell us, how does that work? You have your sort of your main, character that you'll pick, and then I know you also have a separate kind of cameo menu, so you pick sort of a pair when you start the game?
Yeah, normally in a fighting game, you'll see a roster, basically, where you select your character. After you do that, there's a second roster of characters, which are a whole new, completely different fighters that are the cameo fighters. And these fighters actually, they will join the fight, but they...
A lot of blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like...
Чекайте. Тобто, то, що вони зараз говорять, це, по суті, я десь бачив таке в цьому. Marvel vs. Capcom, там теж, деякі персонажі могли тобі приходити допомагати. Тут таку ж саму систему вони вирішили додати.
That's where the player's kind of imagination comes in, and they can actually customize it for what they like seeing, the best team-ups.
Well, so how does that work? So you're in gameplay, you have your main, you have your cameo. How do you summon them? Is it time-based? Like, how often do they come in? It's not a tag team thing, right?
Exactly. And you're basically summoning them. It's just one button push is basically summoning, but they have a variety. So you can go, push that button with towards, and it'll do a different move. Push it with down, it'll do a different move. Okay. And so the combination...
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo almost.
Exactly. And you see there's like a meter up on top, which is basic. That'll limit it, so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but you can call them pretty much whenever you want, and they have, like in the middle of a combo, they'll have a lot of basically a whole arsenal of their moves. So Sonya, you'll come out there. Sometimes you'll see them appear twice in there.
Amazing. So time-based, they come out, and then obviously as you go through, you revealed some of them there, but is it a different set of characters that'll be in the cameos? Are there some repeats from the main roster? How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the characters are going to be available as cameos as well as the main roster fighters. You can play Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right? Same thing with Scorpion. But a lot of our cameo fighters are kind of like nods back to our first game. So you'll notice Sonya and Kano and Jax are in their kind of older costumes. And so there's a lot of that novelty. We have a lot of like really surprise ones. I think you guys saw Goro.
Yes, Goro popped in there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of like kind of really digging into the old Mortal Kombat games as far as getting.
Вони могли б зараз нових персонажів створити, не лише старих. Я розумію, що старих вони зробили заради того, аби просто фанати не страдали керню.
Well, speaking of not the old games, let's talk. You confirmed, I think, or it's at least known that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going to be in this game as Johnny Cage, right?
Jean-Claude Van Damme, Johnny Cage,
that was people don't know the story. I mean, Bloodsport was such an inspiration for Mortal Kombat, so he finally is now part of it.
It's a huge full circle moment. The first Mortal Kombat game, we originally wanted to be Van Damme, the video game, and that never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. We were this close, like 4 or 5 times. And so finally we got him, and he's doing the voices, too. Wow. So you're going to hear Jean-Claude, his voice doing Johnny.
Я дивичка поправку зробив. Вони його говорили, тому що у нього або немає зараз ролей, а йому потрібні гроші. От тобі відповідь. 11 ігор вони старалися його увести в ігру, аби він когось озвучив. Ні, тепер дійшли до того, що у нього або людей просто немає, куди він може йти десь якісь ролі займатися. Вже такий варіант вже рішили.
Getting players' hands on it.
Це моя думка.
Throughout the summer we're going to be showing a lot more content, a lot more characters, a lot more cameo characters, so there's a lot of reveals that are coming up.
Amazing. Well, Ed, thank you so much for giving us the first look at MK1. As you said, this weekend people will be playing it, press and media, so we'll be seeing lots more coverage, lots more characters to reveal on the main roster and cameos. Ed Boon, thank you so much. First look at Mortal Kombat. Awesome. Thanks so much. Amazing. So excited about that one. All right. Next up, it's been a fun couple weeks for action RPG fans with the release of Diablo 4, which is truly fantastic. Another big and anticipated ARPG is Path of Exile 2 from Grinding Gear Games, who have faithfully been updating and patching the original PoE since its release in 2013. We haven't seen anything on the sequel in over 2 years, but that changes right now. Here is your first look at a raw gameplay capture from Path of Exile 2, a sequel that pushes the engine and gameplay to a new level.
Where are the guards?
Шлях вигнаних 2.
Hey you! What's going on?
По суті, вони взяли механіку із Diablo 4 та його того. Нормально.
Looks amazing, and there's more coming in July. Last week marked the release of Street Fighter 6, a game we featured last year at Summer Game Fest. Well, the team at Capcom has an important update to share with you right now.
Я вгадаю, вони обрали можливість створювати урода.
I am the Advanced Artificial Intelligence, Leviathan. Welcome to Bikitoa Island.
I'm guessing Ryu from Street Fighter facing off against a dinosaur probably wasn't on your bingo card for today's show. That Street Fighter Cross Exoprimal collab will launch in the fall with the game coming out on July 14th. But guess what, guys? That may actually not be the craziest collaboration on the show today. Check this out.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination.
Опа! Дайте угадаю, Бендик і чорнильна машина. Привіт, Гайда. Steam Summer блін. Не серйозно, Summer Game Festival. Привіт, Гайда. Як смієш? Як озвучка Devil May Cry? Ніколас Кейдж.
That's right. Nicolas Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight in July. I mean, I don't know how these things happen, but
Скажу гроші.
I figured the easiest way to find out is probably to go right to the source.
О, не кажіть.
This man's bold creative choices have earned him an Academy Award and a few memes on the internet across more than 4 decades of incredible films. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest, Nicolas Cage!
Людина мем.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Happy to meet you.
Nick, I gotta say, welcome to the video game world.
Oh, wow. Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy to be invited to your very, very cool club, everybody.
Finally, I mean, I gotta say, this is such a crazy, unexpected collaboration. I gotta understand, how did this come about? I mean, some people be like, oh, maybe he'll show up in Fortnite. Maybe he'll be in a Hideo Kojima game. But Dead by Daylight, I mean, how does this happen?
Well, it's a museum of horror, right? Yes. And when I make movies, one of my favorite genres is horror. And in that genre, there's a character, a murderous ghost named Sadako, who I think is amazing. And she made an appearance in this game, so that was good enough for me.
Okay. That's what, yeah, I mean, that's what's fun is you're...
От це, що він зараз сказав, зараз куча фанатів арта будуть тупо строчити порно-комікси, от щось такого, із цим чуваком та тою дівкою. Я вам гарантую, після того, що він тепер сказав. Це факт.
exaggerated version of a film actor named Nick Cage. And he's going to a location thinking he's making a movie, and instead he wakes up in the fog. And in the fog, he's surrounded by crows and serial killers, and it's rather amusing. And there's something about it that I think...
Тепер, от самі смішніші, знаєте, у нас був мем про цього, про Техаського рейнджера, того нашого. Тепер у нас буде мем із цим чуваком. Тепер не виживші будуть тікати від маньяка, тепер буде маньяк тікати від кучі клонів цього чувака. Я варатую таке.
I want you to know when you're playing the Nick Cage survivor, I even have, when you're choosing your skins, I even say, always remember to dress to match your talent. I want you to know that you're with me, that we're one, that we're fused. And so it was important to me that everything I do, everything I say, from the scream to the grunt, down to the most minimal, exasperated expression of a sigh, whatever it is, it's my voice, so that we are fused.
All right. Fully method, Nick Cage. I love it. I mean, this is so fun. This game, as you said, is such an awesome kind of, collaboration with so many different characters. For you, I mean, how did you find out about Dead by Daylight? Do you know much about the video game
Somebody
world?
very important in my family is a Dead by Daylight enthusiast, and that really put the hook in, pun intended. See, Dead by Daylight to me was an opportunity to branch out. I've never been invited into this space before. I'm always looking for new adventures. So this to me was like, wow, I can make a whole new audience, meet a whole new audience, and branch out and go on this Dead by Daylight adventure. I didn't say, it took me nothing but a split second to say yes. And speaking about split seconds, excuse me, what I noticed, excuse me, sinuses, allergies. What I noticed was that every move you make when you're doing this, when you're in the gaming space, it's timed down to the split second. It's a very immersive experience when you're acting out in this space, because every move, every grunt, every sigh you make has to be timed perfectly with the gamer's moves. So that was something that I learned from this, and I'm always looking to learn something.
Well, we love having you in the video game world. We want to see Nick Cage in more games. So
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Nick, thank you so much. Hopefully the first of many. Nicolas Cage, great to see you, man. Awesome. There you go. Lock it in. Now, for all of you who want to play Nick Cage in Dead by Daylight, the chapter officially comes out on July 25th on PC and console, but PC players can try it earlier by downloading the player test build on July 5th. And here's an exclusive first look at Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight.
Я чую букання.
Damn right I made it.
Anything goes here at Summer Game Fest. All right, thank you very much, Nick. Now, lately we've been seeing an incredible number of video game adaptations, but back in 2019, The Witcher on Netflix, inspired by the Witcher book series, showed the potential of well-done adaptations, and later this month, Season 3, Volume 1 arrives, and now it's time for the world premiere of the trailer, introduced by Henry Cavill and the cast.
Hello, Witcher fans. We are all gathered here today to share something with you.
Be sure to tune into The Witcher Season 3, Volume 1 debuts on June 29th, only on Netflix.
Get ready to watch the world premiere of our brand new trailer for Season 3 of The Witcher.
Дуже незграбно. Так, камон. Ти дивився його в останній фільм? Чуєш, Гайда, ти дивився його в останній фільм з аніматроніками, де у них всіх дримбав? Власне, приїх сюди. Я щось не знаю, я щось чув, що фанати щось не дуже раді цій адаптації. Я не дивився, чесно. Після тої анімаційної версії, що вони зробили, мені вже щось не дуже хочеться дивитися далі, щось від Мака, що Netflix зробить. Я не розумію. Не дивився, не дивився.
embrace. Well, that's deeply worrying.
Зараз скажу. Там, коротше, типа, він теж не охранником, а уборщиком працює в ресторану, в якому є аніматроніки, і оказується, що цей ресторан належав у цим серійним вбивцям. А вони, коли розузналися, що, типа, що це серійні вбивці, вони суїциднулися і при тому перемістили свої душі в аніматроніків. Цього року буде як пряма адаптація до ФНАФа. Ну, технічно FNAF Філь цього року вийде, а це як адаптація до ФНАФа, лише із Ніка Кейджем. А Ніка Кейджем там взяв та усіх роздубав тих аніматроніків. А насчет Відьмака цього, ну, чесно, якщо ви мене звідаєте, я щось не дуже. Я не дивився анімаційну версію цього Відьмака, але я знаю, що вони херово його зробили, навіть м'яко сказано, чим херово. Я насчет цього я не знаю, я не дуже сильно дивився, я не знаю просто як фанати. Першим днем, як поляки на це відреагують, тому що це їхній скарб надбання. Я більше чекаю, коли нашого Максима Осу зроблять от краще, но з таким бюджетом. Я би хотів би таке видати. Нік Кейдж, да, це там Нік Кейдж. Бо якщо говорити вже по Відьмакові, я дивився оригінальний серіал по Відьмакові, він там значно краще виглядав. Дешевше, але значно краще. А тут, ну добре, 3D-анімація добавили туди-сюди, але то не завжди добре працює із цими речами. А Netflix уже хоть де залізе, вже в ігрі теж. О, епіки. Я вже знаю, що це Флінт, не Флінтлок. Ну, коротше, на Флінт зараз буде. Або ні. А, це та ігра. Так, це та ігра, яку я думав. Я забула, що вона називає. Witchfire. Да, це вона. Так, Witchfire, я догадався. Вересень 20-го року. Не біда. Як будто у всіх є VR. Я, якщо чесно, не розумію ці, типа, VR-трейлери. Ну, блін, по-перше, VR не кожному доступен, тому що ця річ дорога як жопа. А по-друге, ну, то ще так портить очі. О, Ремнант другий. Чим взяла?
No turning back after this. You sure?
апрелі 25-го. Ризикав. Було щось цікаве. Було. Принц Персія новий випускають. Тепер це платформер.
All right, we have much more Summer Game Fest to come, including a first look at the gameplay of Alan Wake 2, the world premiere of the new season of Fortnite, Call of Duty Season 4.
Я більш надіюся, що Алан Вейка візьмуть наші повністю дублірують, бо я трохи чув український, як повністю український трейлер до Алана Вейка 2, і він мені просто... Я не знаю, кого озвучує Алана Вейка, але цьому чувакові мало платять. Йому треба більше платити, аби він краще розвивав цей Алана Вейка. Вони ж ремастери зробили, ні? Ні, вони не ремастери зробили. Ні, вони зробили ремастери до Принца Персії, ну тепер вони роблять новий Принц Персії. Принц Персія втрачена корона, і це, по суті, платформер у стилі Hollow Knight разом із God of War. Тому що, добре, я кажу, ну не зовсім як God of War, ну мало God of War є. Це, по суті, Hollow Knight із God of War. Тому що там пацан теж ходить з луком, з двома мечами, теж з здоровезними монстрами б'ється, такого характеру. О, клас.
How about that? A new standard for 2D classic Sonic that's bound to appeal to new and legacy fans alike. This past April, Honkai Star Rail launched, and as you're about to see, the game is bringing an exciting new character to space fantasy RPGs. However, we don't just have a new peak for current players, but also for those awaiting the game's release on PlayStation. Take a look.
I wish this universe had a few more things to do.
Боже, тільки... Ні. О, ні, нам би ж такої хуйні не хватало. О, Боже, мене зараз тошнить. Ні, ну йдіть ви нахуй після такого.
Tournament's starting. Great. Let me get warmed up. Strike first. Need a hand? My pleasure. Let's see some sparks fly.
Якщо ти про що саме, Маріо? Якщо це я... Бо більшість Японії, це tej Європи, це віпси одні, блін. Клас, це ще РПГ. Це ще, блядь, на платформі.
Later this year on PlayStation. All right, inspired by the story of Pinocchio, Lies of P is a Soulsborne-like game from the team at NeoWiz, which is coming to Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC this year. Well, if you're wondering exactly when, we have news to share with you on its release with this brand new trailer.
Ну, а хоч тепер реліз буде. Інтересно, скільки вони з людей здеруть гроші.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Ну, це хоч Bloodborne, хоч з механі і з роботами. Клас, Франція. Клас, Франкенштейн той. What the fuck? Це вже другі костюми. О, зонтик, клас.
Listen, pal. Nice landing, but let's not make it a habit.
Вересень 19-го числа цього року. Ой, ще навіть стандартний костюм Піноккіо лишили тут.
That's right, a demo for Lies of P is now available across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check it out and prepare for the release on September 19th. Now it's time for the reveal of a visually stunning new game based on a
кожен хоче бути Мері Поппінс Зекл. Кожен хоче бути.
One of the most celebrated anime artists of all time.
О, ні.
This is one of those games that I feel lucky we get to reveal for the first time here at Summer Game Fest. And I think you'll be pretty hyped once you see the gameplay, all built in Unreal Engine 5.
Ой-ой-ой. Аніме і Unreal Engine 5. Мене це безпокоїть вже. Мене це турбує. Кажу, безпокоїть. Нір Автомата. А, ні, клас, це покемон, похоже. Dragon Ball? Від творців Dragon Ball. Окей, це окей, я вже да, окей, так, це вже мені нравиться. Піщані землі, Sandlands. Господи, як це як Dragon Quest, це буквально як Dragon Quest похоже. Я плюю, це буквально похоже на Dragon Quest, лише постапокаліпсис.
Sandland, get ready to become an unlikely hero in an adventure where you don't need to be human to save humanity. That's coming from Bandai Namco, and we're excited to see more of it soon. Independent games are such an important part of the industry, and one thing that's very important to us at Summer Game Fest is supporting those creators as well. After the live show, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from IM8bit and Double Fine with some incredible indie game reveals. Now, one of the biggest independent publishers is Annapurna Interactive. And later this month, as part of Summer Game Fest, they'll be revealing a number of ambitious new projects. Let's see how many you can figure out in this little tease.
Я люблю інді-ігри. DLC до Стрея. DLC до цієї фіні. Меки. Міляйки. Міляйки. Анапура Interactive. Анапура хороші інді-ігри робить. Вона аж в кінці цього місяця буде.
I wonder what that was at the end. We'll find out later this month. All right, next, we're stepping into the world of Throne and Liberty, a free-to-play PC and console MMORPG from NCSoft and Amazon Games with an always-changing environment, massive scale, PvPvE, and the ability to transform into creatures to battle across land, sea, and air. Here's a look at Throne and Liberty.
Our guiding star has shattered. Its shards scattered across the world. An ancient evil searches for these lost fragments, destroying anything in their path. You must find them. Harness their power. And put down this threat once and for all.
Ок. Десь у них заїлося в студії.
Is the free-to-play medieval fantasy sword-fighting game Warhaven from Nexon, which lets you transform into supernatural immortals. Here's a new look.
Ще одна MMORPG.
Hear the battle call. Cities rising, empires fall.
Чекай, це не та гра, де всі, коли помирають, та стають каміннями.
We're taking up our
А, це та гра.
Hold the line up, here we turn.
Так, ті стають каміннями.
And we keep on fighting.
Коду Chivalry із каміннями.
It's a war worth the fight.
Warhaven, ми хочемо бути як For Honor, тільки крутіше. Ей, загра. Да, классно.
Pilgrims, summer is coming, and with it, a lot of cool stuff will make its way to Dying Light Tuesday Human. Get ready for darker, more dangerous nights and roaming volatiles, complete with improved parkour, rolling out with the next update in June. Then, right after that, we'll kick off an event season like you have never seen before. Trust me, for one of them you will want to get your butt barbed wired. Very soon, you will get the deadliest summers to date.
О, клас, ця хуйня. Клас, Краш Бандікот з мультиплеєром. У них там система йде добре. Я ще вибачаюся за те, що я зараз зупиняю музику. Ну ви самі прекрасно знаєте, що ця ігра, вона довго не виживає. Мультиплеєрні ігри рідко коли довго виживають. Ну такі ігри, як ця, вона рідко. Стоп! А, я думав, то було це. Ну, і типу, я не розумію просто, на якого макара робити зараз новий Crash Bandicoot із мультиплеєром. Я б зрозумів би, якщо б вони зараз займалися новою грою від Crash Bandicoot, але не мультиплеєрною явно. Бо я кажу, мультиплеєрні ігри, як такі, вони недовго виживають. Це факт. Воно так і є. Плюс до того мені цікаво, скільки вони з неї за нас будуть здирати гроші. Це ще факт.
Welcome back to Summer Game Fest. Isn't that great? By the way, Crash Team Rumble is going to feature playable Ripperoo and Engine, Neo Cortex's right-hand guy in Season 1. Now, it's time to change the topic and descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the Game Awards 2021 to announce Alan Wake 2. He's come all the way from Finland. Please welcome from Remedy, Sam Lake.
Sam Lake, кажу, Sam Fisher, господи. Sam Lake. Один з кращих фінів.
Good to see you. Looking dapper as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we are so excited because when you announced Alan Wake 2 at the Game Awards, you said 2023. We are in 2023. It's coming this October, and we are so excited about this, Sam. I know it's been a long time coming for fans and for you. 13 years since the first Alan Wake. So tell us a bit about what can we expect in the sequel.
It's been quite a journey, yes.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 is Remedy's first survival horror game. We have two playable characters. It's a 50-50 split between them. They are on their own separate terrifying journeys through two different worlds, and yet it's all connected. And the player gets to switch between them at given points in the story as they choose.
Yeah, we saw, obviously, at the PlayStation event, you revealed Saga, the second character. Tell us a bit about her. She's in Bright Falls, and she's sort of living a narrative that Alan has written. Is that right?
Well, that's a good question to ask going into this. So, yes, we have Alan Wake, our title character, of course, trying to escape from the nightmare dimension of the dark place. And then we have Saga, our new hero, FBI agent, coming to the Pacific Northwest small town of Bright Falls, together with her partner, Alex Casey.
Okay.
There's somehow
linked in some way, right?
They are coming to investigate a series of ritualistic murders.
Okay.
And very quickly, the investigation turns into a nightmare when they discover pages of a horror story. Maybe written by a certain missing writer.
By the initials AEW.
And this horror story starts to come true around them.
Interesting. So obviously it's, Alan is still going to be playable in the game. You're going to experience his journey, but Saga, this is sort of new character, and there is that sort of link. Tell us a bit about, you said split 50-50. Do they have separate missions? Because I think you can play them in sort of different sequences or orders if you want, right?
Yeah, we go into the experience playing as Saga.
Okay.
And it's a sequel, but it's also a standalone experience. We are not expecting everybody to do homework if they have not played the original game.
Yeah.
This can be enjoyed as is. Saga doesn't know anything about the lore, about the supernatural in this world.
she will be going in very quickly. She has to learn to survive. And with that, all the players will be on that journey with her. And then we open up the experience so that you can hop to play Alan Wake in the dark place as he's trying to find his way out. And you can keep on playing as Saga in the Pacific Northwest as the investigation goes on. And you are free to switch between them. There are a lot of connection points in many surprising ways, but there is no right way to play through this. You can choose. You can go on as Alan all the way close to the end, or as Saga, or you can keep hopping between these two sides of it.
Well, you're always so good at kind of telling challenging, interesting narratives in unique ways. I mean, Remedy's always been known for that, and you especially, so we can't wait to see how these stories intertwine, I'm sure, throughout the experience. Today, though, I know you brought with you some gameplay of Saga's adventure. We're just going to see a raw segment of the game, right?
Yeah, raw gameplay for the first time ever. This is early on from the experience.
О, блін, що за херня? Їх мало стрім заїдає, бо я зараз через гейм-трейлер задивлюся. Я не хочу йти через IGN, бо прийде ще бан за IGN. Так.
Raw.
Ага, то лише у мене так. Клас. Зашиб. Окей, чекайте, зараз перероблю я. IG. Як у чортова падона, де працює нормально. GameSpot.
Sounds like somebody's home.
Знакому темну ауру. В принципі, я не розумію, що треба було як сфокусовувати світло. Я обично світло в них наводив та чекав, коли та херня з них спадає геть нараз. Просто як лишня трата батареї. Шішоті. О, є серце.
I knew it would be here, like I saw it in a dream.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson.
killer left a message.
It's for us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right.
Жовтень цього року. Alan Wake, FNAF фільм.
Coming, but Alan Wake 2 looks incredible. Thank you to Sam and Remedy for that first look at gameplay. Now let's get a first look at the co-op campaign of Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber.
О, ні, Сейбери це руські. Цю ігру не дозволяють. Цю ігру вже наші офіційно назвали руською ігрою. Зашибісь.
I'll be straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations about your reinstatement. There could be questions.
Я не знаю, як ви, наприклад, я би хотів би її взяти, но... Сука, її російський роб спонсорують, так що... Він же падон скаже.
My pledge is eternal service. Xenos inbound! Eviscerate this abomination! Come forth and be slaughtered!
Блять, ну чого це росіяни мали спонсорувати?
Open the gates. Care to see who can slay more Xenos for the Chiron? I thought a piece of that statue would offer more sport.
Але чекай, якщо виходить ця ігра російська, тоді і метро, виходить, тоді російський має бути. Тобто замі. Я ваш покладу на паузу. Мені просто цікаво, що... Потім скаже, бо там більше його людей є. Мені просто цікаво...
Yes, Your Grace. Дуже крута. Якась нова гра від розробників зникнення в певний момент. Таке саме, як я бачив. Було. В історії жахів, яка хоче... Пішли в сраку.
Я так і знав.
Фокуси підари! Підтримують росню! Пішли нахуй своєю грою!
В принципі, я його підтримую.
Кончені. Нагадую, фокуси це ті, хто видавали... Atomic Heart.
Вони не то, що Atomic Heart видавали, вони спасли ту хуйню.
На цю хрінь, коротше. Тут можна казати слово, ну я ж не на твічі. Коротше, Warhammer, кажуть, класна ніби штука, але
і фокус та й Сейбер, а Сейбер це росіянці.
Space Marine 2 роблять кацапи. Ага. А це якраз воно? Ну тоді бачите, тут навіть... Тепер зрозуміло, чому їх видають Focus Entertainment, бо вони люблять дуже... О, навіть бачите, V, буква В.
Добре, що ще не додавали вони.
Так, це якраз воно. Ага, ну ясно, це російська гра.
Це російська гра.
Росіяни!
Підараси!
Здохніть! Пішли нахуй своєю грою, а також Фокус, ідіть нахуй. А, Сейбер це і є русня, ага, окей. Space Marine, гра від русні, пішли нахуй.
Ну, в принципі, він правильно сказав, тут я не спорю. Ну, в принципі, я з Падоном на всі 100% згодуюсь. Як би мені не хотілося, хоч я і великий фанат Вархаммера, я просто обожнюю Warhammer Space Marine 1. Те, що його роблять кацапи, це... Дуже-дуже печально. А то, що Сейбер його спас... Ну, в принципі, він правду сказав. Сейбер випустили атомну жопу. Но фішка в тому, що вони не то, що вони її спокійно спасли. От в чому прикол. Ну, блядь, гроші рішають своє, блядь. Як лише це називається? Честь і совість це лише у екрану. В реальності там всі гроші грає тіло та й совість до пизди одної великої.
Carpenter. It's a brand new world, a brand new story, and looks like a heck of a lot of fun. Check this out.
Клас, ще одна гра.
We gotta be ready.
Хуйня! Хуйня, хуйню, хуйнішою.
On my mark. 5, 4,
Клас. Зомбі.
3, 2, 1.
Токсик команда. Йо, я чувствую, що це буде якась хуйня. Клас, це ще пародія на цього, на Left 4 Dead. Ну, люди будуть їх хавати, це 100%. Я би хотів би поіграти. Знаєте, яку би я хотів би ігру поіграти? Я би хотів поіграти одну єдину ігру, яку би зробила би ISIS. От нехай ISIS знайде якихось відморожених програмістів, заплатить їм гроші і навіть зробить ігру в своєму характерові. Ну, ні, мені просто цікаво. Навіть зробить вони хоча б одну ігру, ISIS, ну якраз це терористична організація, і потім подивимося, хто буде в неї грати. Я би хотів би тоді видіти ту хуйню про ігри вне політики, тому що це, коли це вони кажуть, це хуйню хуйнішою.
Sean Carpenter and Saver with Toxic Commando. That looks tons of fun. You guys think any of those zombies made it? I don't know. All right. Well, this August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3. And today, a new member is joining the cast. We're about to see the reveal of Lord Emver Gortash, the commander of a mechanical army of Steel Watchers. He's a second antagonist and is voiced by a familiar name.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them. A new age is upon us. Gods have mercy on those who would stand in our way. A mad dog understands the yank of the leash on the hand of its master, but it cannot be an equal. You can be my equal. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Friends, allies, to my side!
All of the Marvel characters that live in New York City. So Peter, Miles, and others, he's on the hunt.
And others, ...
Yes, yes.
But Venom also, obviously, you know, symbiote is a part of this whole story, as we saw in the gameplay. Oh, there you go.
I'm glad you're happy.
I don't know how much you're going to tell us about Venom. Is this, can you tell, is this an Osborn Venom? Can you tell, what's the origin of Eddie Brock Venom? Or?
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
Our goal was to tell an original story, something you haven't seen in the comics or the movies yet. Obviously, we love Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
All those things you love about the character are going to be there, but how the story plays out, who is Venom, you have to play the game to see how it goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. there's a bit of a tease. Now, obviously, the symbiote is a big part of the gameplay, and one of the things I think we were all struck with the footage that you showed at the PlayStation Showcase was, how that is going to really impact the gameplay when you're playing as, Peter. So tell us a bit about that and how, the gameplay is going to be dramatically different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw it in just the raw power, the strength, and even the transformation of Peter's moves in that gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
We call him the acrobatic improviser, him and Miles, but you can tell there's a lot more strength, a lot more raw power, aggression, which you saw both in the moves and how Peter talks. So it's not just what happens in gameplay, it's what happens, how the story plays out.
Interesting. So how it affects him as well.
Yeah, I mean, you saw some of that, and there's much more of that journey when you play the game.
And I know the journey is also more expansive. You've got Queens, Brooklyn, so even more of sort of city
the city is pretty much doubled in size. So it's Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and then being able to use the web wings to traverse at speeds way faster than they were before.
Я грав в одну ігру цієї компанії. В мене є інсталятори, але я ще поки що не всі грати, раз мені попробувати.
We saw at the PlayStation event, it said at the end, fall 2023, and I think, we're like getting close to that.
Вони явно
Are you
її
guys
раз не
feeling
будуть робити на ПК.
confident that you're going to make it this fall?
Jeff, I know you like exclusives.
Yes.
And I can promise you we are very confident what we're going to tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Nailing it. October 20th. Spider-Man 2. Exclusively for PlayStation 5. Awesome. Well, Brian, thanks so much for stopping by. I know you got a lot of work to do. Wrapping up the game, but we'll check it out in October. Thanks, Brian. We got our date. All right. Now let's take a look at Pal World, a multiplayer open-world survival crafting game where you can befriend and collect mysterious creatures called Pal, who can also fight. In other words, it's kind of like Pokemon with guns.
Клас! І всю ігру показали. Покемон із пушками. Йой, про неї стільки приколів є вже.
Which recreates the mythical folktales from Korea's Joseon dynasty, and some huge bosses too.
Hell World. По суті, ця гра це буквально, що було б, якщо б в покемонах додавали зброю. Ні, не зброю. Капіталізм. Краще, капіталізм. Ось ще одна ММОРП.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves. With hammer and axe we mine and scout. Across Middle-earth, delving for riches. Yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach. Moria. Come, my fellow dwarves. Rally together.
Так, нам мало хватало Голума.
Our home.
All right, now we're going to look at an exciting new mobile game from a legendary franchise.
О, у нас ще одна мобільна гра. А, клас.
Pre-registration for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis has just started, and users will have the chance to participate in an upcoming closed beta test. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy... No. Today, during Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back. You can get a free burrito when you order from Taco Bell using the code GAMEFEST. Plus, get the chance to win a Final Fantasy XVI prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we gotcha. All right. Now, here's a look at the game we debuted last year at TGA. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds of North America.
С фокусників обратно.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
Хоч би підараси когось із наших творців хоч взяли без.
We are banishers.
О, ні, давай росіян лише.
We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't. I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
As the man says, we face a choice, simple and awful. I banish you. Death to the dead. Do we kill? To be together again.
Or do we part forever?
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
Every bloody time.
Що сказати? О, клас, нова мафія. Кажемо, нова мафія, нова... Як Будза.
頼みましたよ。コードネーム、ジョーリュ。
大丈夫か？
お待たせしてしまって。
トラブル発生。車はまだか？
到着まで3分。何があった？
お前らも今回り右すりゃ無事に帰れる。さもなきゃこれから起きることは全部お前らの選んだ結果だ。
І він досі нікого не вбивав. Like a dragon. Ей, Маджима той буде.
Good morning, Stanley. It is 7:32 a.m. I hope you have a productive day.
Change username to just Stan.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Base to capsule 12. Come in. You there, Stan? Green across the board. Looks like we're good.
Ранку стоп.
Definitely a leak here, Tim. What? How long has it been now? 3 years. 2 months and 17 days. What sort of operation are they running down here? He shouldn't be here. Someone there? This doesn't make sense. Is someone else down here? No. Dad! Are you there?
Hello, I am under the water. Please help.
It's a beautiful new game, Under the Waves, and today, incidentally, is World Ocean Day. Fun fact. All right, next.
Oh, Ocean Days. Що ти
There's
нахуй,
a new
блядь?
Call of Duty coming this fall, along with Warzone Mobile. Today, we're going to give you the first ever look at Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2 Warzone, launching next week. Here's your first look at Vondel, a new Warzone location with points of interest, including a medieval castle, a soccer stadium, and an abandoned zoo. Yep, it's all happening. Check it out. Here you go.
Главное, мені якось ще цей Call of Duty. Цікаво, що наші ще відреагували на цей Warhammer. За GSC це наші люди.
Я взагалі не розумію, що це за претензія така, типу.
Це дивно. Якийсь Warhammer, Space Marine, це відруснявий, начебто, як підрозділу.
Це руснявий підрозділ. Там Cyber Interactive це один американець і два русняві.
Чи десь там ще частково в Америці, чи я не знаю, чи в Європі. Ну, коротше,
дуже шкода, бо Warhammer цікавий сетінг.
Це ми не граємо.
Це ми, на жаль, не граємо.
Хотілося б, щоб більше людей долучалося до Warhammer.
Хоча виглядає, до речі, не найгірше. Але і фокуси видавці.
Де автор каналу? Ось за кадром другий голос автор каналу. А голос взагалі інший голос. Голос диктора.
Голос, можливо, буде на виставці шоу Microsoft.
Коп до 3.
Сіджей не чорт. А який? Як казав Раджишку Трапалі із теорії Великого Вибуху, він кава з молоком.
А? Хто?
В принципі, він право.
Running of the 24 hours of Le Mans. Let's take a look.
В принципі, більшість з наших погодяться те, що хочемо ми, не хочемо, хоч я і великий фанат Вархаммера. Я люблю Вархаммер, но то, що його, блядь, роблять руснянці та й випускають французи, які спасли Atomic Heart, хоча те убожество мало би давним-давно бути на тому світі. Показується те, що деякі пріоритети йдуть по тим, що не треба. Просто, що... Чекай, в нас... тут Up Next, Day of the Devs. June 8-го. Це сьогодні. Devolver Digital ще сьогодні буде. Завтра Game Spotlight, Future of Play Direct. Це вже буде в неділю. Чекаємо, тоді коли вже буде у нас тоді цей. Microsoft. Microsoft.
Dear friend, life in Azoria's been treating me well. Days pass so quickly. Before I know it, they turn into seasons. It's been a breath of fresh air. I think we found a way to get cozy and settle in. But there's something more I've been itching to explore. Realms where magic comes to meet us. As long as we're prepared, we can face anything. So, what do you say? There's so much yet to discover. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We promised variety. There it is. Fate Farm and Mortal Kombat in the same show, only at Summer Game Fest. Now, please welcome Ben Brode, Chief Development Officer and flannel enthusiast at Second Dinner, the developers behind the popular collectible card game Marvel Snap. What's up, Ben?
Бляха-муха, ви зараз мусите всі мобільні ігри сюди докладати. Я чесно не знаю, Чесно, я не... Ай, оперний бабай. Оперний бабай. Бай. А то хто з наших бачить цей стрім? Ну що я Тадаші скаже про Вархаммер наш? Ну, не наш. Ну, це ще скаже, це буде, звісно, сказати Human Vast за цей, за... Як ж це?
Механіка зрозуміла.
За русофобію, блін, казати обратно.
Зараз. О, перший наче зайшов людям.
Просто это франшиза, ее может кто-нибудь взять и сделать себя.
Ну, да, ми нещодавно бачили Голум, да? Я коли трейлер... Блін, ну виглядає... Я дуже люблю такі епічні ігри.
Я он забув за Сейбер.
В цьому плані.
Пока выглядит хорошо.
Ну я по-любому хочу її затестити. Це єбошливо масове таке, епічне все, бладунки з величезні, великий мод. Уах! Аж стояк починається. До 3 гравців.
О, это классно.
Блін, ну виглядає прям епік.
Головне, ніхто, блядь, з нього з тих не каже, що це і руснява ігра.
Да, она очень похожа на первую
А ні,
часть.
з русньою.
Это хорошо.
Найс. Ну і по реакції одразу чутно, да? Що...
Ну, я Тадаші. Я більш надіюсь ще на нього.
Тебе. Для чого? Для того, щоб... що? Для того, щоб... Unleash Devastation. Що? А ну давайте, епічним голосом, давайте. Never retreat. Кіберпанк був чи не був? Never surrender. І що там далі? Давайте щось епічне. Top campaign up to 3 players. Тут русняла Сейбер була в титрах. Ну тоді в сраку її. В сраку її. Сергій, якщо там русняла Сейбер, то тоді в сраку. Тупо в сраку. Все, пока. Не буде її тоді.
Ні, конечно, що ніколи не буде. Хоча деяким нашим долбойобам не договориш, коли хтось з наших стрімів був Atomic Heart, а потім пиздів.
To pre-register today.
Я надіюсь, його хату хоч того придурка затопило.
I have sacrificed everything to save your kind. From an ancient evil. Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.
А, клас, ще одна мобільна ігра.
Wayfinders, do you remember the fall? The gloom descended on Skylight. You rallied to protect the beacon and paid a terrible price. You fell, and the world was broken. Remember who you were, who you are, and return to us. This world needs champions.
Airship Studios. Вони робили, в принципі, хороші ігри. Airship Studios. О, от фанатом Fortnite. Fortnite is PUBG. Клас.
Steve, seriously, you don't stand a chance.
Project under construction.
What do you say, guys? One more game?
Good morning, scavenger. Scan your surroundings to retrieve and recycle anything that could be of value to Scavex.
Captain's log. Stardate.
Paradox Interactive. Це хороші люди. Клас. Це Stargate.
Our fleet is cautiously entering hostile territory.
В принципі, я дивився зоряний Я дивився зоряний шлях Нижній відсік, непоганий серіал. Серіал був. Зоряний шлак. Господи.
Hey there, Summer Game Fest 2023. It's Will Arnett here. Yeah, right? My buddy Anthony Mackie and I have been working on this for some time now. We're really excited to share with you Twisted Metal, which is streaming only on Peacock starting July 27th. And I'm very excited to share a sneak peek of the character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure of voicing. Hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
This is gonna be fun.
Swung a little wide there. Well, aren't we a tall glass of water? Me? I'm more of a Hawaiian punch. I'm guessing you don't fight much outside of your car now, do you?
Look, clown, I don't need four wheels to kick your ass. Any chance we can get this back in the cars?
How about a little kill music? She had dumps like a truck. That's like what? All night long.
Let me see that thong.
Like it when the beat go?
Da-da-da-da.
Baby, let your booty go.
Da-da-da-da.
Girl, I know you want to show.
Da-da-da-da.
The thong. Do you love the silver-haired god? Then don't lie to me.
Yeah, man. Look, I listened to Unleash the Dragon so many times the disc broke. I'm not a liar.
You said you were coming to my show, and then you shot at me.
It was a misunderstanding. I've been getting shot at ever since I can remember. It's forced habit, I guess.
Sounds like you have trust issues.
Чекай. Серіал? Тобто серіал будуть робити із Twisted Metal, а що, непогано. Інтересно звучить солодко зуба.
This new hack and slash game with a tactical twist allows you to do just that. Brought to you from France, here's the world premiere reveal trailer of Lisfunga, the time shift warrior, coming later this year to PC.
Goddess of time. Receive my light, Lisfunga. Let this power flow through you and fight again alongside your past selves. I'm here again. That's another me. I look good. I rewind. I begin again, but with another me to fight with.
You're coming with me.
You're not the only one who can be in multiple places at once.
I will become Legion and crush these demons. Onwards! I can feel that there are more.
Very cool independent game. All right, next up is a brand new IP from Ascendant Studios, a single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avium. It's fast and fluid. It's an FPS in a fantasy setting, kind of like Doom with magic. It also has a great cast led by Darren Barnett as the main character, Jack, and he joins us now. Hey, Darren.
Hey, guys.
Great to have you with us.
How you doing? Thank you.
This is such a cool game, super high production value, spectacular gameplay. Tell us about the guy you play. You're the main character, Jack, right?
Yes, I am playing the main character, Jack, as seen behind me. He's a battle mage that controls all three forms of magic, triple threat. He's brash, he's funny, but he gets the job done.
Well, it's the gameplay, as we've seen, is just so fast-paced. There's so much action in it, with all the spells, the spell casting, and the magic. What can you tell us about the story and sort of how this battle mage, Jack, comes in? He sort of becomes a battle mage, right?
Yeah, he kind of comes from nothing. He's, I guess they call him a street rat is what he was. But he, during a time of intense trauma, he summons the power to control magic. Becomes part of the Immortals, which is like the elite Navy SEAL squad of this world called Avium, and they are in the middle of an Everwar fighting for the control of magic.
Okay. You have a great cast. You, Gina Torres in it. Lots of amazing actors in this incredible, really high production value game that's coming out this summer. We don't have to wait long for it. And I know you brought something with you to share today, which is a gameplay sequence, which is one of the most epic sort of parts of the game, right?
Yeah. So this is a wild part of the game. This trailer is going to be showing you the Immortals and myself confronting Sandrak directly, who is the top villain of this game, and trying to end the Everwar. And it's taking place in like one of the most badass levels of a video game I've seen. We're battling on top of a 400-foot mech in the middle of the ocean as it moves around. It's wild, so let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some brand new gameplay from Immortals of Avium, which comes out this summer for PC, PS5, and Xbox. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you.
Sandrax literally pushed us to the edge. Everyone that can fight already is. And we're still losing.
Welcome aboard, Immortal. What's our bearing, sir?
North by northeast, 5 knots.
We'll catch him, sir. Prepare to repel boarders! Airship's got a top Action station! Action station!
Get to the control room and protect Selco. Zendara and I will hold off the Rashanians down here.
Got it. Gotta get to the control room. I want to be an immortal. I want to fight this war as one of you.
You're what's called a triarch. The Pentasod has gifted you with the ability to manifest all 3 colors of magic.
We're only going to win this one together. Sigil up.
Love that we get to show you guys so much amazing raw gameplay today, and that game looks incredible. Coming out this summer from Ascendant and EA. Now, one game that constantly reinvents itself is Fortnite. And tomorrow, Chapter 4 Season 3 Wilds launches. And today, Summer Game Fest is debuting the cinematic trailer to preview the season. The center of the island has collapsed, revealing a vast hidden jungle with ancient secrets to discover. And of course, there's a whole new Battle Pass lineup where you can unleash the power, yes, of Cybertron. Here we go.
The fuck? Okay. Эй, Тарзан, понятно. Клас, Optimus Prime, ігровий персонаж, зашибісь.
Fortnite Wilds launches tomorrow. Well, finally, guys, it's time to get to our grand finale. And it is a deep honor for me to present this game. What you're about to see is a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again. This game comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined the RPG genre with its iconic characters and rich storytelling. And I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
Was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
The life stream. It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
According to Hojo,
The
they're
Bobber
connected to
Digital might
Sephiroth. Shadows of the Mad, I believe he called them.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Well now, think we woke it up.
Angered it, more like.
Feast your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
Get away from me!
They say she's a monster, that she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul, that she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
There you have it. That was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming early 2024 to PlayStation 5.
Його скільки раз не переробляли, доробляли, я навіть уявлення не маю.
That's going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live showcase. But that is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned this weekend for updates on many more games during SGF Play Days, a hands-on event for media here in Los Angeles, including Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, as well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday. Right now, though, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine, which celebrates the independent game culture with a number of new game reveals over the next hour. We'll see you later this summer on August 22nd for Gamescom opening night live in Germany, and again in December when we come together here in Los Angeles to celebrate 10 years of the Game Awards. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon.
От, а зараз ще можеш дивитися буде Day of the Devs, там будуть показувати і ігри, та й хоча б... І просто більш цікаві, що там Double Fine хоч покажуть. Покажуть, що її б Psychonaut 3 мають показати. Ну, в принципі, то, що вони зараз показали, це непогано, просто що ціни зараз будуть високі, піздець. Зараз дивлюся за Remnant 2 1300 гривень, що треба платити буде. Lies of P 1625 гривень треба буде платити, то... Ой, попоболь, ой, попоболь, ой, попоболь, боль. Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй. Це не більше ще. Опа. Cuphead? Біль продовжується. Available now. Oh. Oops. Also available. Ляльковий театр, музика.
Hi everybody and welcome
Hey, Team Shaper.
for having us be part of his Summer Games Fest, and thank you to all of you, the millions of people watching. The thing has really grown since it started 10 years ago here in San Francisco. Day of the Devs was an idea from Double Fine Productions and their friends at I Am 8-Bit to put on a show that really celebrated video games and focused on the fans and the developers and brought them together to meet and celebrate games. It started as a live event here in San Francisco where we had developers showing games, play them and also listen to music and eat food and drink, and it was really just a festival of amazing creativity and a very inspiring event. And then during the pandemic, it became digital only, and now we're doing both, a live event and a digital showcase, so people from around the world can enjoy all of these amazing games. We had a record number of submissions this year, more people wanting to be part of Day of the Devs than any year previously, and we have more.
Тепер Digital в час ночі показувати.
I hope you're excited, and please.
Є Експо, це інді ігри, завтра. Awesome. Future Game Show завтра аж.
There'll be effects on that.
А в неділю Summer Game. Xbox почнеться з 8 і PC Gaming Show з 23 почнеться.
This is from Greg Lobanoff and the team at Wishes Unlimited, who make incredible games like Wander Song and Chicory. Here's their new title, Beastie Ball.
All прем'єри.
Hi, I'm Greg Lobanov, and I am bouncing off the walls excited to finally tell you what my friends and I have been working on together ever since Chicory came out a couple years ago. Introducing Beastie Ball!
О, класи, ще один покемонська фігня. А як будто у нас так мало в покемонських ігор.
Beastie Ball is a turn-based RPG where you coach a team of beasties to play Beastie Ball, which is kind of like volleyball. You play as this customizable coach character, and you can explore this huge open world, recruiting all kinds of beasties to your team.
Я вибачаю, що я так песимістично до цього ставлюся, просто... Я не великий фанат покемонів. Але їх вже, ну, їх так не дуже багато, ну, але
Beasties are highly social creatures that evolved to play sports. In their natural wild state, they're constantly playing Beastie Ball to build friendships, to settle disputes, or just to have fun. When beasties play together, they actually become friends with one another. And depending on their personalities and their teamwork style, they can form different kinds of friendships. But whether they become besties or rivals or partners or sweethearts, they'll get some kind of unique combo ability that only that pair of beasties can do, which can turn the tide in a really tough match.
So with this game, we really wanted to emphasize the beasties' agency as living creatures. They're doing their own thing, making their own decisions. They'll only join your team after being convinced by a certain set of conditions while you're playing against them. The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as you can, but to spend time with the ones that you care about and be surprised by the ways that they grow and change, and the bonds that they form with each other. We knew we wanted to create a really wide variety of beasties that each have their own ecological niche and way of playing Beastie Ball. So we're working with a really wonderful bunch of concept artists and spending a lot of time on each design. All the beasties have a range of colors and sizes, and their poses and animations are all hand-drawn, which gives us lots of opportunity to express their personalities and their different ways of moving.
To help give each beastie that personality, we've been doing unique voices for them. Each one can express a range of emotions, and we've had a lot of fun performing that. But it's not all just friendships and rainbows. This game is about sports.
You come from a tiny town built around a nature preserve. You're kind of underdogs until one day when the Beastie Ball League shows up and starts tearing down the preserve to build a stadium. Your only way to stop the construction is to rise all the way to the top of the Beastie Ball League.
Right from the start of your adventure, you'll be able to see all the ranked teams on your map. You decide where to go, who to challenge, and in what order. And every time you defeat a ranked coach, the other ranked coaches become stronger. So no matter which way you go, you'll have a tough and exciting rise to the top.
We're so excited to finally reveal this. It's a really special project for us. And if Beastie Ball looks cool to you too, then please check us out. Campaign very, very soon, and we'd love to have your support.
Не листують уже хоча б до
Can't wait to talk to you more about Beastie
канал,
Ball.
та й все вже. Зараз собі вчиню чай.
In Hyper Light Breaker, Heart Machine's follow-up title in the universe, you'll assume the role of a mercenary with some serious skills. You'll be entering the Overgrowth, an amazing open world with everything from lush rolling hills to deep labyrinths. They'll be comprised of both handcrafted and procedural elements, just how I like my levels. Like its predecessor, it'll be chock full of secrets and lore, sure to satisfy even the most curious explorer. You'll face off against enigmatic enemies, armed with an arsenal of weapons that you've crafted with the spoils of your previous battles. And for those die-hard fans that have been eagerly awaiting its release, we have some never-before-seen sneak peeks. This is Hyper Light Breaker.
Hello, I'm Alex, creative director at Heart Machine, and we're making Hyper Light Breaker.
В принципе, я люблю Hard Break. Тоже.
Hyper Light Breaker is a huge, stylish, bloody game. As is our MO, it's a game that's vivid but bleak, with a crumbling world that can be brutal and beautiful all at once. It's a major landmark for us, and the first of its kind, an open world game where you never return to the same world twice.
Це вони вже мало підбріхують.
Games like Breath of the Wild, distilled into the format of a roguelike such as Dead Cells or Hades. You can play alone or with friends cooperatively online. Breaker's narrative will be presented fully through visual storytelling, where you'll discover and decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from long ago. Every world will be different, loaded with dangerous creatures, razor-sharp combat, vast overgrown wilderness, long-dead civilizations, and new discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own. There will be massive bosses to take down in an open structure with dangerous, unique, and challenging sub-bosses scattered throughout runs. You'll pick up new gear, make new builds, unlock new characters, upgrade your equipment as you bring back more and more materials from runs.
Мені інтересно, чи хоч можна свого персонажа створювати, чи то обов'язково мусить бути цей, за якого ми граємо зараз. Тому що у ігрі, бо в трейлері показали, що там їх декілька є. Було би круто, будто нам можна було створювати свого персонажа.
We'll have a lot more information on the game as we come closer and closer to early access later this year.
Ну, в принципі, Hyper Light Breakers непоганий.
And now, in true Day of the Devs fashion, we're traveling halfway around the globe to Transylvania to bring you a game that is not what you expect. From developer Stone Skip and publisher IM8bit Presents, I'm thrilled to bring you a world premiere title that is not only relaxing and enjoyable, it's chill and vibey. Let that anxiety go while you play Simpler Times.
Eh?
Hi there, welcome. I'm Lara.
And I'm Dragos of Stoneskip Studio. We are a small team from Transylvania, and our mission is to create meaningful interactive experiences. Our first game, Simpler Times, sheds light to the beauty of the ordinary and serves as a place from the past where you can be present.
Simpler Times follows Taina on a heartwarming journey through her memories as she prepares to leave her childhood home.
Man, it's getting pretty full. Starting to feel like I'm never gonna come back.
We want you to slow down and savor the present moment by immersing you in Taina's world.
It's apple picking season. My favorite.
Through visual storytelling and mindful interactions, you will journey alongside her as she delves into her past and uncovers her authentic self.
With each puzzle, Taina grows closer to adulthood and you'll be there to guide her. From simple activities like picking dried leaves from a plant to more complex ones like building a birdhouse, you'll interact with objects that hold sentimental value for Taina.
I really wish I could take you with me. I'm gonna miss our duets together.
We know the world is getting faster every day. We live in it too. We wanted to create a space where players can take a break, slow down, and enjoy something meaningful. Simpler Times stems from stories we believe need to be told and heard. Inspired by this very place we're now sitting in, the game is a reflection of the physical spaces we spend time in and the memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much time here looking out the window. It's hard to believe that I won't see this view for a while.
We want to build a sense of awareness and appreciation for the world around us, encouraging you to reflect on your own memories and experiences.
Simpler Times is coming soon on PC and other platforms, so make sure to wishlist on Steam and follow us on social media.
Thanks for taking the time to listen. We hope you'll enjoy playing Simpler Times as much as we enjoyed creating it. Bye!
Bye!
It's like childhood is the beach and growing up is the sea. Can I still take all these seashells with me? Can I lock them in a chest with my memories?
This next game is from Sad Owl Studios and Thunderful Publishing. It's a really unique puzzle game built around a camera mechanic where the photos that you take become 3D worlds to explore. This is Viewfinder.
Viewfinder is a difficult game to describe in words, but if you saw it, you'd immediately recognize it.
What is this place?
It is a game that
Знаю, як ви дивіться, я йду собі чай хоч чиню.
What's an old photograph doing here?
You can take photos or find photos and then make them into real 3D spaces.
Hang on, did you just shift reality? Sick.
What makes it unique is the central mechanic where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
It's such a unique experience, and I think everybody is just gonna have a different experience of how they play Viewfinder, and that's just a really nice thing to it.
A perfect fit. An elegant solution.
That doesn't look right. You can rotate reality too!
If I was to compare Viewfinder to other games, I'd say it's like the gameplay of Portal combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or Antechamber. People have also compared it to The Witness and Manifold Garden and various other first-person puzzle games. It's a puzzle game, but it's very sandboxy and playful and open-ended.
The whole concept of when we started is that when you actually create something, you do destroy a lot of things, and that's just a very important lesson in creation. Viewfinder is created by different people, and we have people from all over the world who have such a diverse and interesting cultures.
Each character comes from a different culture. There's a lot of sort of culture-specific props and items and themes who you learn about, mostly through environments and environmental storytelling. And so we've tried to sort of make these special spaces that really represent that character, who they are, what they like to do.
I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions. Celion was always fond of games.
It's just very important for us to just put in what we know so that the rest of the world could also, have a glimpse of the experiences that we've had.
This must be the next stage. Let's go!
We received a record number of submissions for this Summer Game Fest edition of Day of the Devs, but this next game didn't actually come through that process. We have eyes everywhere, and the curation team is always looking for games. This next one actually came from Twitter because the creator was posting all these amazing GIFs, and we reached out via DM and asked if we could feature the game. So here it is, this beautiful, gorgeous, hand-drawn ghost story called Haunty.
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Dasso, and I'm with Moonloop. Together we're making a game called Haunty. The main mechanic in Haunty is that as a ghost you can haunt things and get access to their abilities. There's a big variety of things that you can haunt in this game. I think you'll have a lot of fun sort of exploring around and seeing what different things you can haunt and the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very much a twin-stick shooter. However, unlike twin-stick shooters, it focuses less on the high-intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin-stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges in the game. Haunty follows the story of a ghost in the afterlife, and beyond that it really expands into a lot of ghosts in the afterlife and sort of the stories that they have. The progression and story of Hanti both center around collecting these stars, and the stars have this special ability that they give ghosts access to pieces of their past life that they've left behind. The environments and characters are all carefully crafted with a 2D hand-drawn style, so there's a lot of painstaking frame-by-frame animation work in there. And we have a fantastic soundtrack. So it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience. If this is something you're interested in, be sure to wishlist it. It helps us out a lot.
Our next game is a bit of a blast from the past. It arrived on the scene around 12 years ago, quickly became the talk of the town, and won a handful of awards, including the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at GDC's Independent Games Festival. But then, shortly afterwards, both the game and its creator vanished. That game was Cart Life, a slice-of-life simulation game that put you in the shoes of various street vendors and tasked you with setting up a successful business selling bagels or newspapers. As the story unfolds, you'd soon find yourself making tough choices and trying to balance keeping your business afloat with the needs of your character and their families. It was a truly unique, powerful, and special game, and it's super sad that it's been unplayable now for the better part of a decade. But it gives me great pleasure to tell you that, lovingly restored and better than ever, Cart Life is back.
Hi, I'm Nick Herman. I'm with Ad Hoc Studio, and we're here to show you Cart Life. Cart Life is a retail simulator developed by Richard Hoffmeyer and was originally released in 2013, where it won a bunch of awards at the Independent Games Festival. For a variety of reasons, he ended up pulling it off Steam, but all of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's work. Now we're partnering with him to help bring it back. In Cart Life, you can play as 3 different characters in any order. Each have their own unique background and circumstances, but what they all have in common is that they're trying to make it as street vendors. Melanie is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart. Andres is a Ukrainian immigrant who is trying to put down roots in a new town by opening a newspaper stand. And Vinny has big dreams, but never enough money to make it happen. He's hoping that selling his homemade bagels will help turn things around for him. Managing your own cart is not an easy job. Just like in real life, in Cart Life, your resources are limited. You need to take care of yourself and others, and how you prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine the outcome of their stories. The world of Cart Life is alive and filled with characters who are potential customers that you'll get to know as you try to build your business. There's no right or wrong way to play this game. What players choose to do with the time that they have with each character is entirely up to them. Everyone's experience will be different based on the choices they make, what they prioritize, and even the order in which they choose to play the characters. This release is going to have a bunch of new story content, new art, updated controls and mechanics, and we really look forward to sharing it all with you on PC and console later this year.
The skateboard renaissance has been going on for the last couple years in games, and as we get deeper into the grind revival, things are getting a little more avant-garde and daring. This next one gives you all that Tony Hawk mechanical goodness that you crave, but with a heavy helping of demons and brimstone. This is the world premiere of Hellskate.
Hello, my name is Jordi van den Bussen, also known as Kwobbelkop. I'm the CEO and founder of Phantom Coast, and today we'll be talking about Hellskate.
All right, Anton, first try. Here we go. No! That was a good combo! All right, that's it.
Too slow. Again.
Hellskate takes place in Wertheim. Here you play as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Wertheim's fabled beach, even if that means he has to go through the gods and monsters who will do anything to stop him and his skater friends from doing what they love most. The skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean, our lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony Hawk's Underground.
It started a long time ago, the idea, and the far-off, far-flung land of 2002, I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground. And at the time we were working on it, we were thinking, man, this really looks a lot like an RPG or an action RPG. You have all these stats and you're upgrading and all this kind of stuff. It's super cool, super neat, right? But of course, we're bound to Tony Hawk, we're bound to the real pro skaters. It always seemed to me that skate graphics create and imply such an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellskate. Hellskate is a skateboarding roguelike game. It fuses together old school skateboarding with the tricks and traversal, manuals, grinds, jumps, balance meters with a roguelite structure.
Just like with other games in the roguelite genre, death is a central mechanic in the game. When you die in a run, thankfully you don't lose everything. You keep your resources which you can use to get permanent upgrades such as tattoos or skateboards, which act as weapons. The combat in our game can be described as a fast-paced skateboard hack and slash. While you have your light and heavy attacks, the core of the gameplay revolves around your skateboarding tricks.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning, and then gradually it teaches you and ramps up the skill of the skateboarding, where you need it, when you need it.
Why did you stop me from skating?
Look at yourself. Your wing, your arm, what do you think happens when that gets to your head?
Thank you for watching this reveal of Hellskate. Wishlisting the game would mean the world to us. Thank you.
In our next game, Henry Halfhead, you play as Half a Head. That's it. That's the game. But it's so much more than that too, because you see, Henry can be many things, can be anything, in fact. He has the curious ability to be able to transform into anything he can reach. Using this peculiar power and perplexing form, you'll live the life of the title character, navigating sandbox situations crafted by Zurich-based developers Lululu Entertainment, and in so doing, maybe ponder the philosophical questions. Who is? How is? What does it mean to be Henry Halfhead?
Welcome! May I introduce you to Henry. Henry's not just anyone. If they're anything, they're, well, everything. Henry can transform into everything in their reach. Yes, everything. And that's how they manage their daily life.
The familiar noise of Henry's alarm clock announces the dawn of a new day. And it will keep ringing until Henry gets up and calms the nervous, quivering machine. Tick-tock, tick-tock. At least half awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine, which they usually start by making their bed. Staying in bed is tempting, but only leads to regret later. Henry knows that if you want to change the world, you have to start off by making your own bed. Completing this simple task in the morning gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen up. For hours, Henry could sit there, lifting the seat up and down, pretending it was a singing mouth. Not too hot, not too cold. Henry bought a turmeric soap. They didn't know, they just liked the color. It's actually great for their skin. That got all the dirt. Henry should now dry themselves. All clean and dry, Henry is now ready for a proper breakfast. Breakfast with a warm beverage is important, and so is keeping up with the news.
This week. That's all for now. Have a wonderful day.
The best drink Henry can make from beans. The candy of nature, delicious. Well fed and well informed, Henry has to get ready and pack for work. If Henry takes their lunchbox and leaves now, they can catch the 8 o'clock bus.
Double the Henry, double the fun.
Play Henry's not-so-ordinary everyday life in co-op mode.
Henry, everyday life with a twist.
Our next game is from Jeppe Carlsen, a creator who's perhaps best well known for his work as master puzzle creator on Limbo and Inside. We had the honor of working with him to publish 2 of his solo projects as part of Double Fine Presents: rhythm action platformer 140 and co-op arcade shooter Thoth, 2 of the most fiendishly well-designed and fun puzzle games I've ever played that truly give you a sense for and appreciation of Jeppe's contributions to those Playdead titles. His new game sees him teaming back up with Jakob Schmidt, composer of 140, and applying his trademark puzzle skills to a beautiful, mind-bending adventure game. This is Cocoon.
Hello, I'm Jakob, co-founder and audio director of Geometric Interactive in Copenhagen. I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years, our game Cocoon.
Cocoon is an adventure game with multiple worlds, and each of these worlds are contained within an orb. Let me demonstrate by jumping out of the world which we are currently exploring. Just like that, we are now in a world outside. The orange orb here contains the world we were previously exploring. Let's jump out one more time. We are now in a world even further outside and can explore this world using the orange orb that we picked up. orbs can be placed on switches to power devices and solve puzzles. And you can even throw them into pipes. You can use the hierarchy of worlds within worlds to solve interesting puzzles. For example, to safely avoid this moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world, let it pass by, and jump back in. Now, Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles. Within each world, you have to face a mighty guardian. Here is a first glimpse of one of these encounters. We hope you look forward to exploring the mysterious worlds of Cocoon, releasing later this year on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
And now, I'm pleased to bring you a title from French-Canadian developer Impossible. In this relaxing artistic exploration game, you play a painter with a watercolor brush and a whole city to explore. This game is more than appropriate for Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest edition because its title, Été, in French, translates to the word summer.
Дивіться, народ, я на цьому тоді раз зупиняюся. Я ще буду стрімити це щонеділю. Коли буде ця гра Microsoft випускати. Там заодно подивимося, це і PC Gaming Show. Цікаво, може хтось буде з наших. На цьому раз зупиняюся. Бажаю вам всім приємного вечора або дня, дивлячись, коли це будете дивитися. Всім